right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made our muslin sloper with the pattern after we have been measured and our information was put into the computer. So the very first piece that I did was this top, the blouse. And when we first did it and I made it, it fit pretty good, except for through here was really tight. So my problem always has been in the shoulder areas. So Jenny went ahead and she just marked where they needed to be. And I think that was pretty much my tight part. Now remember, this is tightly woven fabric. It doesn't have give. So we took it apart, put it all back together again. The bottom was not quite totally even, so we finished that off, but voila, here is the muslin for my top. So we went back and we adjusted the pattern paper piece that I had done, so the next time I cut this top I will have it and it will be perfect. So that is the top. So the next thing I'm going to put on are the pants. So just hold on, be right back. Oh, and I wanted to show you, basically what we did. So I have my paper pieces from my pattern. So here's my pattern. There's that. My pattern pieces for the top and my arms. Everything's marked. And then I went ahead and laid that out. And I then drew my pattern pieces over the top of that. And then any changes that I needed to make were actually drawn on these pattern pieces after I made the muslin. So now basically this is my pattern. And if I want to change anything, maybe I have a blouse that I really like. I'm going to compare it to this to make sure it's the right size and making the changes. But now I have my top, so I can make a sleeveless, and I don't have to do everything. I can also not put darts in if I don't want to put darts in, depending on what it is, the fabric that I'm using. But that's pretty cool. So I have all of that. And then what I like to do is hang it up on a hanger. So I have it available. So I'll go ahead and I'll just put this up on my hanger. And then I'll just hang this up. So this pattern isn't going to be folded anymore. It's going to hang straight, and when I want to use it, I'll use it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the pants. All right, now I put the pants on. And when we first put the pants on, I'm going to back up pretty far here. When we first put the pants on, they were a little big. So Jenny made some adjustments, but as you see, these are made for dress pants, slack pants. And I think that they look pretty good. There's a little bit of extra here, so it's in the distance, but then when I make my pants out of real fabric, I'm going to go ahead and see what that looks like, and then if there needs to be an adjustment, we'll make one more adjustment. It's kind of hard to tell on this lightweight muslin what the pants are going to fit like. I did go ahead and get my favorite corduroy pants that have ripped, and I took them apart and I compared them to this pattern, and the difference is, of course, in the legs. So on this pattern, it's a little bit narrower on my corduroy pants. So when I make some new corduroy pants, this will be taken in a little bit. So these are dress slacks. The next piece, again, the same thing. I've done the same thing. I took my pattern that was printed out from our measurements, and I went ahead and made the paper pattern with my adjustments, and then I laid that out, cut out the muslin, and then I have that, and that's going to be up on a hanger so I can always find that. Okay, and then we, of course, have the skirt, and the skirt fits me perfect. So I'm not like a straight skirt kind of person. I like a gored skirt. But what's really important is that this area through here has been fitted on me. And there are There are darts on the front and the side according to my areas here where I have my tummy or I don't have my tummy, and you know, everything fits like perfect. So this is made from the paper pattern, and I've marked on the paper pattern what was changed. Actually, we didn't change anything for the skirt, which was cool. So then the next thing is, if I don't want to do a straight skirt like this, I can use this area and then design from that. But I'll always have something that will fit me around the skirt area. The same thing as the pants. You can make shorts from those pants. And then if you're making changes, like you have your favorite skirt and you want to draw a pattern from the pattern pieces, you can do that on paper and then just add that for deviation. So you never have to buy a base pattern ever again. You don't have to buy all these other patterns, and you can see what your design factors might be and what you'd like to change and what you'd like to add, and you can go from there. My favorite blouse is Princess line, you know, or Empire as they used to say, and I could do that. I could put lines down the front of this. There's all kinds of things I could do just by looking at design books. So here you have it. I was measured, my measurements were put into the computer, then the pattern was printed out, then I went ahead and I copied from the pattern onto paper, then I cut out on muslin, then we tried it on, then we made changes, we made adjustments, and now I am ready. I'm probably not going to use the muslin ever again, but who knows, I might sew something onto it and kind of go from there. But I have my paper pattern and that is ready to go. So that's kind of the process of when you get fitted and measured, and we do that for you. So the next thing I'll end up doing in future is I'll show you some of the items that I have made from this process of being measured and then having the computer print out my pattern. So stay tuned, and we'll be showing you more later. Have a great day.